Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Song of the Stars series. We have a very interesting situation. If you just caught the sound of me scratching my beard in angst, sorry. That's what that noise was. If the mic picked it up, we have a problem. We have an energy deficit that is not going away, and I've kept saying over and over for the past couple of episodes that okay, research complete, very good. Map the stars. Research. Oh yes, definitely. We're gonna unlock this right now. Some extra research alternatives will help us get to faster power production sooner. We just have a power problem. In that keep working towards cruisers. In that we don't really have the highest level power plants unlocked yet. I have mentioned over the last episode or two, I have never had this much of an issue. With energy in Stellaris. And a few of you, apparently rightly, gave me crap earlier in the series because I was being a little bit reckless with, my power and not, maybe expanding a little bit too quickly for this situation. Again, I've never had this problem before, so this is new territory for me, and it's fun, but it's challenging. Science Officer Azuli Kalizem has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Yon 1. It is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret, that the exterminators seem to regret. Huh! A little bit of a lesson for the voices here, maybe. Given that the mural has been dated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that its creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is that the material that the mural is made of, despite its age, is in remarkably good condition. Amazing. So we got some engineering research. Let's see how much this helps us. Boom. Shave 6 months off of cruiser research, which is very good because we needed that to be done. What we really need, though, is extra physics research. Holy crap. We need this badly. Do we have a scientist that would be better for computing? Hang on. Let's look into this for a second. Nope, we do not. Well, we don't have an alternative scientist to research that, unfortunately. All right, so that... Well, Azuli, you're officially doing things. You're level 5 now. You're doing better. This was our science officer that we were giving crap to for being newbie and green around the gills, but she's doing a little better now. Did I just... Oh my god. I knew I was holding down shift just now. My bad. Alright, gonna have to reissue all of those orders. Apparently I wasn't holding down shift quite hard enough, and it just gave a direct order. Alright, that's enough. Do that. Oh, autosave. Alright. Construction ship. Not a lot for you to do. There's actually not a lot. There's still not a lot for construction ships to do in this region. Oh, that is actually in Voices Space, so I stand corrected.
System survey complete.
Go build some stations. Now, these, of course, are going to add to our energy deficit. Ugh. But they're going to help with our research, which could get our problems resolved faster. All right, so we have a new colony ship. This also is going to help with our energy deficit because the colony ships are a big contributor. I am aware of that. They're a big contributor to... Right, so there's this tundra world and there's this desert world. So they have a tundra preference. Where would you really prefer to settle? Let's see here. There's an alpine world where they could be okay. Or they could just come here. I think that's what I was going to do, is I was just going to send them to this planet. It's not the best, but it's a start. But I feel like there was another one, though. Like, hang on. Is there a really big... Ooh, Arctic world. 24%. Yeah, I feel like I should probably put them here. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so you guys are going to come colonize this Arctic world. Going to take some influence to do it, good god. But we're going to make this happen. Where would be the best spot to set down? Oh yeah, definitely here. Because there's a Betharian power plant location right next to Obrium Prime. null. I'm just gonna call it null obrium. All right, so we're sending our slave pop to settle that planet, and that's gonna, our deficit will go down once that colony is established, but it's not gonna go away. It's just not. However, it looks like we now have a pop growing on a power plant here, so let's go ahead and, or not on a power plant, but on a energy square, energy tile, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I forget. All right, I need to keep an eye on Furtus because I want to make sure that I can build something there that would keep the population happier. Okay, I can definitely build a power plant, possibly power hub, no, just power plant. Do a power plant there. Let's do a mining mineral processing plant, absolutely. And you know what? Let's go ahead and convert this to power plant because I need more energy. Screw it. We're gonna go ahead and convert some of the basic tiles. I don't normally have to do that playing Stellaris, but in this case we're going to. We're gonna build different types of buildings than the tiles innate type. So we're gonna lose a little bit of that bonus. Observing the massive asteroid JX497, we have found something. Another anticlimactic anomaly description. Further investigation is warranted. Failure risk 45%. Good luck with that. All right, so we now... do we have Pilthar and Dust already? Appears not. Let's go ahead and look into removing toxic kelp. No, we don't have any Pilthar and Dust yet. This energy deficit is really starting to grind my gears a little bit. Because we are at negative 31. Once null obrium is established, we will be in better condition. And actually, I'm going to need to add this to null, or sec Brin. So let's go ahead and manage this sector and give them a few additional systems here. Yep. Can't quite do Tron yet, it's not in range, but that's fine. Unfortunately, our team has not been able to deduce anything of great interest from the asteroid as first expected, except for some common minerals. Alright, so that's going to be a mining source, wherever that is. Still not finding anything inhabitable by the voices. This is unreal. Never had this much of an issue finding habitable worlds. Alright, you come here. Do that graveyard expedition, please. Then you can come back and survey that system. And survey that system, that system, Anomaly that system. The asteroid TD-1413 is emitting some sort of radiation-controlled bursts. In controlled bursts. Is something trying to communicate with us? Research it. Find out. Do tell me, because I would like to know. All right, that colony appears to establish itself, and now we have a little bit less of an energy deficit, but still a pretty strong one. And it's going to be that way for about another 4 months. Let's see how research is doing.
Construction complete.
I really cannot wait for this project to complete itself. I also hope we get some physics bonuses from some of the anomalies we're exploring, because we could use them. All right, we're going to go ahead. Speaking of physics bonuses, we're going to go ahead and build a research station there. A scan of the particularly massive asteroid TD-1413 yields fascinating results. The rock's core is shot through with a network of conductive crystals carrying a weak electric charge. The crew on the Leo recognized this matrix as a primitive neural lattice and believed the celestial body to be thinking in some capacity, if not fully sentient. They seek permission to excavate the core and transport it to the nearest orbital station for closer study. So you're going to take a rock brain and bring it to a station. Where are you? Way down here. Sounds risky. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Oh. Well, at least we got a lot of... Okay, well, that actually worked out pretty well. The crystals are still valuable in their own right. Let's see how much this helps with our self-aware logic research. We're getting 250 physics research and 1,000 energy credits. Oh yeah, we just cut that research time in half. Excellent. Okay, well that's a win. It was a risk, but I'm glad we took it.
Anomaly found.
By chance, we stumbled upon a faint
System
alien signal
survey
during the survey of this planet. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress
Research complete.
transponder? Okay, let's go ahead and research that. We now have access to cruisers. Very nice. Ooh, Betharian Power Plant 1. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do that. We need to... we need that yesterday, as I say a lot. So our energy deficit is going down now. We're at -9. Hopefully it'll continue to turn around, because we don't need a deficit. We need to be able to build ships.
Colony established.
All right, colonies established. So now it's -1. Yay! All right, things are looking up. And we will soon have access to some tech that will help us be even better with our energy issues. Oh yay, I can upgrade everything here now. Ah, the mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Merope 3. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. So, 150 society research. I'm enjoying watching this. Let's see how much this helps with our toxic kelp removal tech. Took 2 months off. Very nice. I was actually expecting a little bit more than that. But anyway, let's... Still looking for the chance that one of these worlds will be inhabitable by the voices. I'm hoping, actually, that we sneak around here with the Lumrona, which is this ship right here, captained by Sadafane Kairupe. We're going to sneak around here and hopefully find some colonizable planets. Again, colonizable by the voices. All right, what's happening here? Oh, Sadafane actually just got some good research and some good experience and some engineering research points. That's going to help with the Betharian power plant research. The team under Science Officer Sadafane Kairupe has finished their expedition and returned to the Lumrona. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Good. Very good. Oh, wow. Okay, now we're only 7 months away from the Betharian power plant. So that's going to be really handy once we have access to that. Also, some of our planets and other districts might have Betharian power plants that they can build. Also, we're about to be able to clear toxic kelp right now. There you go. All right. Let's go for Biolab 2. Seems like the best choice. Now, I can now clear a bunch of tiles. I know there's one of... Yes, this planet. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to give a bunch of clear orders because this planet is going to help turn my energy situation around now that I can clear all this mess. So much has been hidden behind kelp here, but we are finally going to have access to it. This is one of my favorite moments in the Stellaris soundtrack.
System survey complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
So good. Just fantastic music.
Construction complete.
All right. Oh, mining station we can build there. That's handy. Let's take care of that. And that's in Sec Bryn too. Like, they need to build that. That needs to be there. Because they have an energy deficit and have had for a problem. We still have a bit of one, but we're going to make it better.
Anomaly
Well, that reminds me, actually. We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Research it. Let's go ahead and build a frontier clinic here. And that should help with the happiness on this planet. Not a lot, but a little. We're going to upgrade the planetary administration
complete.
as well here, which might also help with the planet. Oh, it looks like our energy deficit is finally gone. Might still have some work to do, but we're moving in the right direction. Now, where's the current growing pop on this planet? Is this planet not growing? It's growing. Where are you? Oh, it's right there. And it's on a power plant too, so that's going to be very helpful when it finishes. Yeah, our situation is finally turning around here, folks. Thank you for your patience. Who knows, maybe you've been entertained during all this. Well, it's been so intense, but it's been tough to grow and get things done. We need to finish off those fleets as soon as we have an energy surplus. A small short-range transmitter. Okay, this is another mining situation. Saw that just last episode, in fact. It's so cool to me that we have recolonized that planet with our own slaves after purging it. It's just so deep, the things you can do in this game. Like, there's so much narrative depth. Efforts to map the surface of this planet. The surface of this planet. Wow! Speak, Hadrian. Have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Research it. All right, now we have the Betharian power plant, finally. Let's go ahead and go for Engineering Facility 2. Now, because we have the Betharian power plant, I think we have a few locations where we could potentially install one of those. Let's have a look. We might not, but some of our neighboring sectors definitely do, and we do want to clear that as well. We're going to upgrade that power plant. We're going to upgrade that one too. Upgrade that mine. So our power situation is going to start resolving itself. Finally. Meanwhile, we still have our science ships out and about exploring. Let's have another look at who our available leaders are. Leaders. Alright, so F6 is the hotkey for recruiting new leaders. Alright, so Anomaly Discovery Chance. Okay, so we do have Euphite Kabalima, who could be a good new scientist. And we have plenty of room for a new leader, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is going to take a lot of my influence away, but I want to have another science ship. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to Nalzaroth, go to the spaceport, and build a science ship. And go ahead and queue up that level 5 upgrade as well. Let me queue them up on all of my spaceports, in fact. Okay, so there's another gigantic skeleton. Alright, we once again have an energy problem. Big surprise. Alright, I'm going to have them come back for that research project, rather than do it right now, because I want this queue of orders to go through. Alright, this science ship has just been built. Excellent. Let's go ahead and put our awesome new scientist in charge. And then what do we need to do? We need to send you out to... Let's have you come all the way down here. I want to see just if we detect any other empires down here. If we don't, it'll be incredibly lucky. No! I can't believe I just did that. Ugh. So when you right-click on a system that doesn't have anything for you to do, it automatically issues a move order. And so and those do not queue up in the same way. So, unfortunately, I just lost all those orders I just gave. Isn't that fun? But now I feel like I'm doing this in a more effective way. Okay, that's a full queue. Fine by me.
Anomaly found.
Life signs have been detected coming from the inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere. Research it and find out, please. Another option we have if we really want to fix our energy problem is we can just establish a frontier outpost in an area where there are a lot of energy worlds, because we have plenty of influence points right now, so we have the ability to do that. And I might do it. I might establish a frontier outpost out here where we have a lot of stations. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, because it's that far away. What if I put one out here? How much does it cost here? 89. All right, so we got to build up some influence before we do that. Yeah, the farther away, the more influence it costs now. That's a new mechanic. I think it's new in Heinlein. Possibly it was new in in Asimov, which was 1.2. I did make the mistake early in the series of switching the names of the patches. 1.1 was Clark, 1.2 was Asimov, I believe is the way it went. Clark was the very first patch. Clark was not the second. We've discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Borbo 7. Massive floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter-than-air gases follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Cool. Amazing. This wonderful living galaxy that Stellaris creates every single time.
Construction complete.
All right, let's look at our planets again. All right, that population has not quite finished growing yet. Wait, who died? Varix Kabalima? Is that one of our main researchers? Who are you? Oh, I think this is the one that we replaced. Yeah, okay, yeah, we replaced this one a few episodes back, I think, knowing that there was one leader that was getting up there in age. So that was the death of the one that had already been unassigned. He was living in retirement. Had a cushy life after successful life as a researcher. All right, let's go ahead and build a mineral processing plant here. We definitely, our energy problem is on the way out. It definitely is. I can say that unequivocally. But the road to getting there is super obnoxious. All right, let's go ahead and clear this planet as well, because this is another world that has a bunch of energy hiding under kelp.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
One of the small moonlets orbiting this gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. A more thorough survey will have to be conducted to determine whether a mining operation would be feasible or not. Research. Okay. So we are definitely going to have a better power situation, probably by the end of the next episode, I imagine, because we're clearing a number of planets that are going to take a second to clear because there's a bunch of tiles. But see, this is actually a pretty happy slave population right here. So some of the slaves are fairly content. Some of the slaves are not. There's an emancipation movement. Free all slaves. Now we're going to suppress that faction. No. You're supposed to be fanatic collectivists' voices. None of this splintering and forming factions, please. Don't tell me what to do. All right, let's do a power plant. Excellent. A more detailed scan of one of the many natural satellites orbiting the gas giant Borbo 6 has revealed a deposit of precious metals and minerals that was overlooked in the initial survey. So where is this? Right here. All right, here's a desert world that we've known about this one for a while, though. It's nothing new. All right, our energy deficit is gone again. But notice we've used up a good number of credits doing upgrades and such, and just arranging the clearing of these various tiles. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Anything we can do to upgrade food is an absolute must, just to make sure colonies continue to grow. Okay, there it is. We have +2 energy. It's happening, guys. It's finally turning around. And once we actually... All right, we're about to have access to more research alternatives, which is going to be good, but I would imagine we're going to have access fairly soon to higher level power plants as well, because we're a little bit behind on that research. The game has offered us... That's one of the reasons we're behind, is the game has dealt us a bit of a bad hand. RNGesus has given us a bit of a run for our money on
System survey
on the timing of higher level power plant research. We got the Betharian power plant research done, but we don't have just like power plant, I think, what is it, power plant 2? Wait, what level power plants do we have? Yeah, we don't have power plant 3 yet, which ideally we should after this much game time. Oh, there it goes, it's gone. We're back to having a deficit.
Anomaly found.
The blazing fires of Xerac 1 may be throwing our sensors off, but we are picking up some readings that are out of the ordinary. I want to do a better job of actually zooming into planets when we look at anomalies. All right, go ahead and research it. I want you to have a sense of what's going on. So this is down here in the Xerax system.
Construction complete.
Here's another tundra world. So we're finding lots of colonizable planets, but none of them are actually colonizable by voices. Yeah, 2 more down here that are colonizable by our slave factions. Good news is the initial arrival by this science ship has not been. There are no other empires in this region, so we definitely have found an area into which we can expand. Oh wow, the Lonelier reports they have been unable to find anything to deliver on the promised find. Science officer Sturpes Kaviven is distraught and apologizes for the mistake. Do not worry, Sturpes Kaviven. Do not worry. At least you apologized. What's-her-face never apologized. Azuli Kalizem, she never apologized. So mean. She's 68 now. She's like an accomplished scientist. I should stop being so mean. Research complete. Good. We have new research alternatives. Let's see if we get access to... No, we don't. But we are going to go ahead and research Physics Lab 2. Or are we? Maybe we should do AI-controlled colony ships. Or actually, let's do basic combat roles, because that's going to help even more. Just better combat computers for all of the ships. And let's also see how things are doing on these. Yeah, see, we've cleared out these worlds now, and things are much better. Biolab 2, what else? Habitability +5 if we find any Engos vapors. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that. Frontier Hospital, what's this? Habitability +10? Really? I want that even more. Okay, yeah, we're going for that, because I'm doing everything I can to make my slaves happier. Habitability +10 is a 10% happiness boost. Wow. Okay, we're 27 minutes into this episode. I will go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one, I think we're going to resolve our energy crisis. We've been slowly climbing out of it for the last episode or two, but once we have access to building on some of these worlds where all this kelp has been blocking these buildings, we will be in a much better position to actually have, lots of power plants going the way that you would in any other Stellaris game that is not this one, where we have this unusual power deficit at the beginning. And then, of course, we can build ships, which, with this huge amount of minerals that we have, it won't take a lot to build up an army quickly and attack these aliens and these aliens in order to clear out areas for us to expand. And then I want to expand somewhat quickly as long as we can find colonies for the voices to take. The tough thing also has been all of our colonies are only inhabitable by our slaves. So we have that challenge to work with as well. We'll work on that in the next episode or two. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subscribed already, I upload new episodes in Song of the Stars every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.